Who God bless, no man can curse. However, it seems like not a lot of people seem to accept the fact that, well, it's all up to God at the end of the day. We're going to talk about a female rapper who's being accused of performing voodoo on another female rapper. And we're also going to be discussing about Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne the Dad, I'm sorry. Charlamagne at this point is a certified clown, and I don't even know if I should continue talking about him because I guess this is the definition of selling your soul. You do shameful things with no shame. And we're going to discuss about that as well. We're also going to be talking about this entire situation, with Ming. It seems like she's ready to go at it with Advocate BBL's sister Hennessy. And at the same time, Stefon Diggs was spotted with Jay-Z, and Karisha seems to be dropping a diss track against JT. Now, these are some of the things that we'll be discussing in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. Actually, no. First of all, I just want to thank you guys. We are sitting at 20,000 subscribers, and that is something that I really did not see coming. I do not take you guys for granted. For everybody who stuck with me from the first days that we started posting, a special shout out to Miranda, a special shout out to Fine Brown Girl, a special shout out to Ali. You guys have been with me since the beginning, okay? And thank you very much, and I appreciate you. For people who are joining us for the first time, I mean, I did see a lot of you guys saying that, well, you just recently subscribed. We appreciate you. We welcome you to the family. And so, yeah, let's get back into today's tea. Now, if you guys can tell, my voice and my energy is a little bit low because I do not like the tweet that Nicki Minaj posted. The last tweet that she posted. I mean, is it now as I'm recording? I do not know even after that if she's going to be posting another tweet. But is it now, the last tweet that is on her profile is something that I really do not like, and it's something that aggravates me so much when I see people continuing to think that this is a joke, or to think that Nicki Minaj is fighting with just Advocate BBL. No, she's fighting with Advocate BBL as the front, but the industry machine is right behind. Because tell me why now she's getting threats from all these people. Let me read the tweet that I'm talking about. It says, "Guess who just called? Who just got a call telling me I have to leave New York? Is this not suspicious? LOL, we are not going anywhere. Dear Matt and Barry Clubbeck, okay? I do not know who these people are, but it seems like there's someone who's threatening Nicki Minaj, or leave the city, or this and that, or because what? She's calling out Jay-Z and Advocate BBL, who say that the city belongs to them anyway." And this is ridiculous. But for some reason, you guys will still turn around and say that, oh, it's Nikki's fault. She's this, she's that. And I just don't understand. But anyway, it seems like Matt Klabig is, a manager. He has managed a lot of people, including Nicki Minaj. I do not know if currently he is managing her, or like if he just got the call because he does have ties to Nicki Minaj. Maybe they do not have a way to access Nicki Minaj, so they are calling him on behalf, just so he can pass the message to Nicki Minaj, which is ridiculous at this point. And honestly, I'm just not gonna lie to you. I really did. I had to say a prayer about this because there's just some dark energy that I do feel surrounding this. Because you guys, you cannot tell me that after everything that went down between Advocate BBL and Nicki Minaj, and after everything that Advocate Bibel has said about black women, and the nasty things that she has said about other people, and the fact that she's the one who actually started saying that she has tea on a 5-year-old, on Nicki Minaj's son, people are just choosing to turn a blind eye. I'm not the one to be overly spiritual when it's not, you know, necessary, but something about this is just telling me that there is some spiritual manipulation that is happening. There's no way I can explain the stupidity of black women that I've been seeing. Like, it's not possible, you guys. Are you telling me that generally we are daft like that? As a people, as a group of people, we are just daft like that? The amount of comments that I've seen supporting Advocate BBL, saying that, well, she's a ghost girl, is ridiculous. And this this is the same person who recently has a leaked phone call where she was calling someone she supposedly supports as a ghost girl, PA Lato. but they won't talk about that. I don't know, you guys. Do you guys think this is normal? Like at this point, I'm just sitting and I'm now like, because no matter how many times you try to give them the facts, they just won't listen. Like it's insane. It's like there's some spirit controlling people or something, because you cannot convince me that these people are daft like this. Stuff that played out in real time and we were all looking, and all of a sudden people are acting like they didn't see things happen in real time. No, man, this has to be some form of spell. What like when you see me getting to a point where I'm like, I'm done calling people dense and daft now. I'm actually now concerned. What happens to people? What's happening with people? Wow. I mean, this isn't 2018 where we say that, oh well, maybe people were not chronically on the internet like this. Maybe this is literally a different era. People have the facts in their faces, but a lot of black women are still standing behind that woman. Is it self-hate? No, you guys, genuinely, you need to tell me, because at this point, before I recorded this video, I was just like, I just need to say a prayer, because this cannot be happening. This cannot be real. But anyway, that being said, Tasha K yesterday came with some tea, speaking about spirituality and stuff like that. Tasha K really came in swinging. You guys know that Nicki and Tasha really don't see eye to eye like that, you know. But she came through. Tasha K came through with some accusations that I was like, actually, this would be crazy. But then again, seeing how obsessed this woman has been with Nicki Minaj, I'm tempted to believe that something like this actually happened. Because Tasha is alleging that a certain person was out there doing voodoo on Nicki Minaj. Now, there are also video on the internet of advocate BBL admitting to doing voodoo on men. So people were now putting two and two together to say that, well, if she does dark magic, was to say that she is not the one who performed this voodoo on Nicki Minaj. But anyway, let me look for the tweet that Tasha K put out. Well, she said, I sent Nicki Minaj proof of text messages ordering thousands of dollars of witchcraft on her career and her personal life in the DR. After it was done, her brother went to jail. Her dad was, unalived, and she was blackballed. And Kenny's relationship with his 16-year-old girlfriend that he was wrongfully accused of the R wording surfaced. There is a statement from the victim admitting that she lied on Kenny. Nikki knows who did it. Ask her. The receipts were legit. We report real news. Hashtag wine again for life. We stand for the truth, okay? So this is Tasha K alleging that there are receipts of someone who was out there ordering dark magic. And with how I've been seeing black women acting, I'm sorry. Some of you are under a spell of some sort. I'm sorry. Like I don't see this being far-fetched at all. Because you see, even the people that seem to be smart, the people that seem to be like, when it comes to that woman, it's like people stop, their minds, their brains stop working somehow. Especially when I see black people, like when I see people of her kind supporting her, I'm like, oh, okay, they're standing in solidarity with her. But when I see people who look like me supporting this nonsense, but one thing that I've learned in life, you guys, about dark magic is that if you do perform it on somebody who doesn't do voodoo at all, who doesn't perform dark magic on others, it will backfire. I could tell you testimonies for days, but I know what I'm talking about. Okay? Like literally it will come back. It will, because God does not play when it comes to to people who do trust in him. The word of God does say that those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, they shall not be moved and neither shall they be shaken. And so that really does happen in real life. And I do believe that with this Nicki Minaj situation, people are going to learn a lesson that you cannot manipulate destiny. At the end of the day, there is a higher God above who is in charge of people's destinies. Oh my God, not me turning into a preacher, because I'm tired of spilling the facts to black women and them just not paying attention, or choosing to just ignore the facts, or I don't know, be under a spell. You need to pray more. Moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let us talk about Stefon and Jay-Z. Well, there are pictures that are circulating on the internet of Advocate BBL's latest baby daddy, hugging it up with Jay-Z, which has led people to say that, well, does it mean that, well, now he's working with Jay-Z? And does it mean that, well, Fraudulent Nation is going to be closed with Advocate BBL and stuff like that? And like I told you, Jay-Z is a businessman, a dirty one at that. So really, if Advocate BBO wants to get in bed with him, let her do that. She will find out the hard way, because at the end of the day, she is competition to her artist Megan. And the day that she realizes that once you work with those people, you will literally be under them forever, she will learn the hard way. Because once she gets directly under Fraudulent Nation, that whole running a mouth thing, it's not gonna work. That won't cut it with Desiree Perez. That won't cut it with Jay Z. They will literally control her. I hope she doesn't make that mistake, because as soon as she does, like I'm saying, yeah. Moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, okay? Let us talk about Ming, Nicki Minaj's sister. Okay, now people have been saying, oh, where is she when all this is going down? Why does she not have her sister's back and stuff like that? And she did say that she would never turn on her sister. And she kind of insinuated that she would be ready to exchange hands with Hennessy. Now, personally, I don't feel like exchanging hands is necessary. What does this look like? It's not baddies. You guys don't need to be doing all of that. Exchanging hands for what, really, Ming? So you were doing a great job staying in your lane and minding your business. I'm not really looking forward to that girl inserting herself in this entire older people conversation. So yeah, I mean, do your Zeus thing and mind your business, and don't be out there fighting Hennessy. It's not worth it. And I guess she was also throwing shots saying that, well, Hennessy doesn't have a job and all of these things. And I'm like, we get it, Ming, but it's okay. You can continue living your life. I don't think it's necessary right now. Nikki knows what she's doing. She's literally holding a mirror, to Advocate BBL. Okay, because you see how people are now criticizing everybody, and because it's ridiculous now, they both spoke about the other person's child, so they are forced to now say, oh, both ladies should stop it, which is something that's unheard of. It's not the first time that Advocate BBO has spoken on other people's children, deceased at that, but we have never heard anyone criticizing her for that. So this is the first time that we're actually seeing them trying to say, oh, both are wrong, both are wrong. She knows what she's doing. And she wants to basically point out the double standards as to when people look at her like what they're doing right now. It's, oh, Nikki's talking about Cardi's child, this and that. But they're not talking about her talking about Papa B, and her being the first person that started threatening with having a 5-year-old T. But one thing about it is the so-called GP can have your back. But at the end of the day, when you go back at night, when you sleep at night, you know what you did. You know how vile you are when you're by yourself. And the GP doesn't help anyway. Like the the whole threat of, oh, the GP is gonna be like this. The GP is tired of Nicki Minaj. Yeah, you guys have been tired of her since 2018. We haven't. And we've been buying her music. And we have the stats to show for it. So please, nobody cares about the GP. I'm just seeing a tweet that's coming from Nicki Minaj right now. Allow me to read it before I move on to the next thing that we're gonna be talking about. Nikki said, "Dear Black women, I can guarantee you that HO will never ever get on my internet and discuss another black baby again. I can guarantee you that I can guarantee you that HO will never ever call black women roaches and monkeys again. Someone had to do it." And then she said, "It's funny how all the other queens stayed silent while she mocked my son for years." So she has been seeing everything that Advocate BBO and her sister have been doing, and those people are just miserable, really. Now they're trying to say that, oh, Nikki saying that you called black women monkeys, and now you have a black daughter. Is she going to be called that? Trying to equate that as to, you're speaking on my child, so I've got T on your child, and your child is autistic, your child is slow. It's not even the same. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't really. And then botting your likes after that to prove a point is very childish and silly, because at the end of the day, guess what? You're still going back home and reading headlines about your current baby daddy being accused of the unthinkable, and you guys heard about the three ways with the brother, allegedly, the things that are circulating on the internet. You're gonna sit in that reality, outside of the Twitter bots, outside of the so-called GP and Charlamagne the God. You're gonna sit home by yourself with your belly, with a baby daddy that allegedly didn't want that baby with you. That will still be your life. And guess what? Nicki will still turn around and go back to her loving home, knowing that the GP really does not have any impact on her career, because they already failed. And for those people who are shaking and saying, oh my God, this is not bad, this is bad for Nicki. Were you guys around in 2018? If you think this is bad, you didn't see 2018. You didn't. But anyway, you guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about what Nicki Minaj is saying about the double standards. And I saw someone saying Kelly Rowland is in support. Who cares? I mean, if she's out there supporting somebody who's calling black women monkeys, F her as well. I'm sorry. But really, F her, because at the end of the day, it seems like as long as something seems to prove that she's loyal to JC, she doesn't care about black women or whatever. As long as something is pushing their narratives and the agenda of Rock Nation, she will always rock with them. So yeah. I mean, I used to have respect for a lot of these women in the industry, but now, I mean, if you're going to side with someone who's literally doing all these despicable things, F you, respectfully. Moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let us talk about Karisha and JT. You guys know that it went down last night between Karisha and between JT, I'm sorry, and Sosi Santana, and Karisha was sitting on there listening. There's a track that she's previewing, and it seemingly says, "I don't give an F," and all of this, and people are saying that it is a diss track towards JT. And with Karisha, I'm like, girl, you've got a lot of things to deal with. Okay, your man right now is having a proposed 11-year sentence, really. So if I were you, I would be preparing for the jail visits, okay? Instead of being worried about who JT is beefing with and trying to prove your loyalty to someone who doesn't even rate you. If she's calling lottery ticket a B, what about you? What do you think she calls you? Like, please, bye. Okay? Moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. There's this queen who clearly broke down everything that is going on in as far as black women are concerned. Personally, I'm just tired. I'm choosing to leave. I don't know if it's delusion or what, but now I'm just leaving it up to God, because at the end of the day, I've realized that black women do not need saving. You guys are fine. You guys are fine with oppression. You guys love it when people of different words come in here and call you these names. You guys, we don't need an enemy as black women. This is what I'm realizing. We do not need an external enemy. We are each other's ops. Like, we are our own enemy. We don't need saving. We don't need to hear protect black women, because it's hypocritical. It's the select few women that you guys are good with protecting. So I do hope, let me not be out here seeming to be cursing people, because it's not my vibe, but really, what goes around comes back around, okay? The energy that you put out there will come back to you. You think it's funny, you think it's cute, giving this lady a pass, calling Nicki Minaj delusional, and all of these things. It's entertainment, it's kiki, but how does one's heart even align with evil? I don't understand that part. I thought it was natural for someone's, values to just align with fairness. It's not. But anyway, let me insert what this queen had to say. I've got nothing to add or remove from her commentary. She clogged your behinds very well. But after I insert her audio, I'm not going to be coming back. So thank you very much, you guys, for watching. And thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one, see you.
I don't know what it is. Some kind of way, Cardi B really got the black community by the balls like this. Because it doesn't matter what she does, what she says, what she does in her tweets and her rap. She was just ranting on a phone call talking to Ice Spice, a girl that's 10 years younger she gonna beat her up and do all this and that to her. No matter what she says, y'all seem to forget everything that she fucking does, and it's ridiculous. She always the victim to y'all. That shit is insane to me. She just dissed Lotto on a phone call. It's no way in hell when you're arguing on the phone with somebody you don't like and you bring up a bitch that you're supposed to be cool with. You don't never do nothing like that. Y'all are delusional. And y'all, oh, she apologized. No, that shit make that bitch look weak. There's no way you bring me up in a conversation and we supposed to be cool. Bitch, I was just on your album, bitch. You was just in my face kicking with me, and now I'm a pussy ass bitch. Girl, fuck on. Y'all excuse everything this girl do and just slip and slide and slip over it. All the podcasts, the radio, the Breakfast Club, they had nothing to say about that audio of that girl threatening to get people beat up like she always do. Talking about people, family members, killing kids, calling people rats and roaches like she always do. Now the shit that just happened with Nicki, when Nicki told her you shouldn't call black people monkeys and roaches because of your kids, someday some of your kids are going to get called that. They have a black father. What do y'all be talking about? Y'all always want to change the narrative. It makes no sense. Jealous and bitter of who? Of what? When she never won. Jealous and bitter of what? Y'all, right is wrong is wrong. Then you want to say, oh, your kids, your son can't say his ABC. Mind you, Cardi and her sister have been talking about Nicki's son since last year in November. I seen the tweets. I seen it live and in person. Y'all can't tell me that y'all don't be seeing this stuff. And we all, if you go watch Armand shows, Shamirica videos on YouTube, we all see this stuff happen in real time. Y'all can't tell me that y'all don't see it. And so this bitch wanted to be Big Bad Wolf on her whole rollout, baiting Nicki Minaj, said JT and be a name in her song, said their name out loud in her song, Big Bad Wolf, on Twitter Spaces. Oh, I'm gonna outsell, oh, I'm gonna do that. Your whole rollout was about you outselling Nicki Minaj, not you for being happy with your fans that you finally putting out music after 8 years of being gone. You're not a true artist. That's why she don't belong in rap, and y'all put her on this pedestal. It's very irritating when y'all do that. And this is why the state of rap, what it is what it is. This lady got a machine behind her. Do y'all not understand that? This audio that just came out, people are getting their videos, YouTube videos, TikTok videos taken down because they're playing the audio. UMG is a fucking music label. How can you put an audio of speaking? How can you copyright that? That's not music. Everything that this lady do, y'all sugarcoat it and swim over it, and it's very irritating, and y'all mad she getting called out. You see how Nicki tweets? She's very particular in what she says. She know how to push those buttons. Y'all don't think that girl pregnant as hell over there, mad as fuck? Every time Nicki tweet like this, boom, 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 it's taking 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes for Cardi B to respond back. And then when she finally just went ham the other day, those, they not hitting. It's not hitting. You're saying the same recycled shit that's on Stan Twitter. Talk about her family. Talk about her brother that has nothing to do with her. She called you Barney B. She made Netflix and these publications put your bars and made your bars famous. After she said something to do with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Who's your favorite black lead on Netflix? Y'all swim over everything this girl do. She got this privilege like this victim. How is you a victim? You was just Miss Dangerous and Big Bad Wolf when your rollout was happening, think you gonna outsell somebody. But nothing went your way. Now you backing in the corner. Just like she told Nicki, go be with your peers. Talking about some Rihanna and Taylor Swift. Rihanna and Taylor Swift came out way before Nicki, 2005. Nicki was doing mixtapes in 2005. Her actual debut signed to a label wasn't until 2009, 10, 11. Her peers are men, and that's why y'all mad. So now you're not her peer. You're not her peer when it's not convenient for you, and you see you can't keep getting compared to her when you don't show up and you don't outperform her. You can't compare to her. Where's the skill level? Where is it? You see you can't keep getting compared to her. You see it's not going in your favor. So now you don't want to get compared to Nicki Minaj. When you benefited off the hate train of Nicki Minaj, you cannot. That's why that Big Daddy interview she did, you can't sit up here and say to me, the beef between you and Nicki Minaj is just because y'all didn't like each other. No, you're not gonna rewrite history. We seen it all happen from 2018 up until now. It's been a whole 8 years, a damn near a decade. You have benefited off the rumors and lies on Nicki Minaj that you have started, that you have not cleared up, and now you mad that people calling you out on it. And the GP, y'all so full of shit. Y'all are never. It don't matter if Nicki right all the time or whatever it is. She could be dead ass right. And y'all still, well, I still don't think she should do this and she should say this and why is she entertaining this? Who the fuck do y'all think y'all is? That shit is insanity to me. Crazy, the hypocrisy.